tomorrow, beg still a borrow. There'll be another voice from the ghetto. Crying, Lord, crying, oh, crying, yeah. Voices from the ghetto. Crying, Pitico, mama. Crying, Pitico, papa. Crying, voices from the ghetto.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Blessings to everyone. Such a powerful song. If you want to call it a song, it is beyond a song to me and to many who understand the words, who understand what singing Sandra brings forth. I could listen to that 7 minutes and 40 seconds for the next hour and a half, you know, because she totally encapsulates a lot of what is taking place in our urban communities. She feels it. You know, I've been involved a little bit with some people in the production of music at times. I always try to encourage people to do positive music to impact our society in a positive way. And I found myself in studios at times, you know, probably the first with, well, not the first, but with Anson Sovereign and even Devon Matthews. That was his studio at first. To see how far Anson Sovereign has gone now. Good morning, brother. Right? Sean and the other, you know, Wong and others who are now a totally different entity, Hey Choppy, etc. You know, blessed morning to everyone. But you know, when a song comes from within, you know when a song comes from your spirit, and certainly in those words that singing Sandra puts forth, there is so much spirit. You know, I feel her soul when I listen to that song, and I'm often moved emotionally by it as well. It is something that is timeless as well, because as a culture, as a people, on our human side, you know, the not so positive side of stuff, she really is able to paint a proper picture for us. Good morning. Morning.
Crying, people from the ghetto.
Thank you very, very much. Well, they're trying to move me this morning out. You know, I really don't know why I selected that song this morning, right? I coming up the stairs and I listened to the ad for Emancipation, Pan-African Village. You know, it sounds good. Empowerment through repertory justice. You know, I guess they have tried their best to shape the name of the event this year in a desire for, you know, repatriation, not repatriation, but repertory justice, reparations, and, you know, signal it in a bigger way, in a grander forum as well. And they've outlined all of the different activities that will take place in the village this year. Do take part. You know, sometimes we lose drive because of the length of time that it takes to reach the goal. Sometimes we we second guess our purpose when we can't see the destination in sight. But whatever efforts are made, regardless if we think they are sufficient, let us still put our shoulders behind whatever that's supposed to be positive, and let's make it better. So I don't like to just criticize. I know there are some callers as well when we spoke about emancipation and the topic, and even when I speak to people in person as well and try to encourage them, there are some who have little not so positive views in terms of the effort's ability to really uplift Afro-Trinbagonians, right? But let us still, for what good and for what it is worth, make that effort. And of course, there are so many, right? So many who do partake and participate in the activities and on the day as well. Let us push for what we want to see. Let us not just leave it in the hands of whoever we may be critical of. It is easy to criticize. It's easy to talk. It is real easy to talk and criticize. So many people have advanced studies and diplomas in that field. But to actually do is a whole different thing. So let us make that real effort. Let us feel the voices from the ghetto, as Mother blessed us this morning with a wonderful voice, and let us feel it. Let us understand it, and let it, that love. I am certain that Singing Sandra have a love for her children, because that's how she would consider for her children. I watching a young man come out of a car yesterday to go into school, and he come out, but he didn't really pay attention to the road behind, and he crossed one time, kind of a little shaky, right? And a concern because I just blow him in a kind of way, so he realized that what he did, he had to be a little bit more conscious about it, because I see him as my child too. Don't mind the hairstyle, I might not, a little questionable. But strong young man, you could see, right? You have the potential for so much. Healthy. And that is how we need to see everybody within our society. That's how we need to think as adults. And that is the love that if we live that love, we will be able to pick up from where we are and carry our nation further forward. We need to accept the pain and the reality of what exists. And as I say that, there's no better time to just scroll through the news as I would have done earlier today, right? And see what's trending. If Singing Sandra still trending, her song still trending. Of course, there are continual issues with CPEP and little challenges as well legally. So CPEP company is facing new legal action from a contractor over the government's decision to rescind more than 300 CPEP contracts. And, well, the Express has a picture of Larry Lala. I don't know if he's a CPEP contractor. Nah, man, he now switched over to PNM, so he would not have a contract. He didn't reach in time to get a contract. But yeah, that ongoing debacle, that ongoing issue, I think the contractor who would have challenged as well and backed out of the challenge had some issues, apart probably from the veracity of the claim, the strength of the claim itself. I think his company and a number of other companies would have been those deregistered by none other than the last Minister of Finance. Well, not the last, because they hide Imbert coming down to the end. But if my memory serves me correctly, Mr. Imbert would have deregistered thousands of companies, struck them off of the register, and thus disable that company as well from even mounting a legal challenge against now the UNC, well, our government. Right? Thank you very much, Mr. Imbert, wherever you are. I myself have a company that I need to get back into proper gear, because you struck us off the register. We have been negligent in paying our taxes. Our current finance minister has extended an amnesty for the period of about 4 years, right? Just the last year, 2024 is not covered. 2024 to current. And I think we should ask as a population if that could be waived as well. I don't know what the penalties are for that period. I'll check soon. But contractors, especially small contractors, obviously, who do not have the financial strength, who do not have much financial strength, would have suffered tremendously. Late pay, borrowing. Boy, that last government was late pay kings. All you know that? Trinidad and Tobago, and all you know that? Late pay. And what you going to do? How much you will beg? How much you will quarrel? You still want to get work in the future, and they just have you just, lamenting. You think it's one set of licks Trinidad and Tobago get? So small contractors know we have been, because I do small contracting at times as well, we have been decimated over the last 10 years. When I tell you decimated, licks. I mean, I'm seeing that it have some preferred people who was getting through. I heard that there were lists of P&M businesses that were submitted time and again for payments, while everybody else just had to hope, pray, beg, borrow. That was the reality of life for businesses. And then in between that, COVID shut down. Right? The bank yesterday asking me, you had little periods where you didn't pay on time certain things, and I was like, well, yeah. Well, yes. All of us was living on earth, right? I think all of us was living on earth. And I didn't avail myself of the opportunity of, I think some of the banks allowed you to push back things. I pushed through still, try. But obviously there would have been shortfalls. Decimated. When I tell you businesses, small businesses have been decimated. Small contractors, decimated. So, one of the small contractors, decimated maybe, although there's, I don't know. I know if they are aligned or not. Would have tried to challenge, and company not even paid up, right? All the taxes and stuff not in order. So, they were deregistered by Mr. Imbert. You know, a clear, for me, from my understanding of it, it was almost a clear, intentional plan to destroy small businesses, to just get them out of the way, to undo the gains that a wider population, that a wider group of entrepreneurs would have gained, to narrow down the business class, to narrow us down, to kick us out from being legal entities in business, and just allow those on top to thrive. We had a period of, these big businesses making money continuously and, pretending like if it have nothing in the country to sustain the small man. That has been the policy. So much so that now, even as a legal entity, some of the contractors some of them still have love for this punished Negro more. Some of them still have love. Misplaced love. I mean, I could understand why Mr. Lala have love for it, because he is embraced and empowered and, strategically. But I can't understand why you get struck off of the register by Mr. Imbert. Unprecedented. I'm not sure if unprecedented, but certainly in my lifetime I haven't heard about it. My business lifetime over the last 20 years. Companies that fell short just kick you out, like deregister you, disable you from doing legal business in the future, even though you have, as the government, seen that we have gone through a period of COVID-1 and the economic fallout from that period, but also you have continuously, through your, had to be a policy of late payment, really destroy businesses, small businesses. It's amazing to think about. And as I say, who feels it knows it, and I've heard the complaints and cries of endless contractors. I am sure many contractors voted out the PNM. I'm sure. I mean, even contractors who have a little work maybe flowing from some state entity, because it is as though, even though you have a opportunity to work, because it's work, they still cripple you. They still cripple you with the way that they pay. And I'm saying that, these things have to be fixed. There are amnesties in place at the moment. I don't know where we're finding the money, even in the amnesty, to clear whatever, just the basic stuff. But try. I want to encourage young contractors, small contractors as well. Try within this period to get your companies or legal to formulate maybe a new company as well, so that you can avail yourself of the opportunities that are going to come. The 300 CPEP contracts are going to come again for Trinbagonians. Prepare yourself to be able to accept an opportunity to really take care of your family and do something progressive. The opportunities in every other sector where we weeding out the list, the friends and proxies. One MP have 50 proxies representing him, doing work and getting paid, you know, when everybody else have to wait till 10,000 years, have to beg and grovel. Getting paid first, always, and empowering themselves economically. I don't know what Penny doing, you know. And I really want to talk about them too much, because some of those individuals, left and right and center, you ain't going nowhere with that. And Trinidad ain't going nowhere with that. That's why we're going somewhere with where we are. Right? So, I just want us to prepare. Very few people are going to talk to you and tell you to prepare for betterment for yourself. You'll get that from me. We take the short break and then we'll be back.
For Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959 or 384-2232.
Are you searching for answers to life's questions? Those things that disturb and concern you the most? Why all the wickedness? Why the suffering in the world? Will it end? Who is responsible? Well, if so, join us right here on The Street 91.9 FM every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. with Brother Samuel Gooding and Roland White, where we open the Bible and find answers to all these things and more. For it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
This week, one can enjoy Junior Heritage on July 9th at the Shore Park Complex from 9 a.m. The grand opening gala is on July 10th at the Shore Park Complex from 7 p.m. The Heritage Food Fair Reminiscence on July 11th at the Scarborough Esplanade from 10 a.m. Northside Passion at Castara Beach Facility, July 12th from 11 a.m.
Lie down, girl, it's not time to go home yet. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. Play way fast cash, that is the fit. We rollin' big. Fast cash and play way, take win. No extra spend, just vibes and luck. Play way and fast cash turn up. We rollin', yes, we rollin' big. Fast cash and play way, take win. Mega mix or monster pick. Jackpot from 10,000 quick.
Jackpot starting at $10,000 have now been added to NLCB's Playway and Fast Cash games. Wager on Playway Mega Mega Mix or Fast Cash Monster Draw for a chance to win the jackpot after every draw. Don't miss out. Visit nlcbgames.com for details. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Come shop at the biggest African market in the Caribbean with its African-inspired art, craft, jewelry, clothing, books, delicious food. We're at the Queen's Park Savannah, transformed into the Lidjasu Omuale Emancipation Village for the 2025 Pan-African Festival TT, commemorating emancipation, July 25th to August 1st. Also, enjoy jazz, pan, calypso, reggae, dance, drumming, bois, art exhibits, and for the children, the African Heritage Camp and workshops. The village opens 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Free admission before 3 p.m. Just $40 after. Kids under 12, free all day. Bring your family, your friends, your vibes, and let's celebrate the 187th anniversary of emancipation, our heritage and future together. The Emancipation Support Committee, shaping sustainable futures through reparatory justice.
When your corporate event needs more than just food, it needs an experience, a Michelin experience. From mouth-watering buffet spreads to beautiful packed takeaway boxes, the Michelin Experience Limited delivers more than just wheels. We deliver flavor. We deliver satisfaction. We deliver excellence straight to your boardroom. Whether it's a conference, board meeting, or a retirement function, go beyond basic. Go bold. Go Michelin Experience Limited. Call us now at 1-868-474-2250 or follow us on social media at Michelin Experience. Great food, exceptional service every time.
Celebrate Christmas in July at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to $1,900 off appliances. But wait, there's more. Get a free gift with select purchases. No cash, flexible hire purchase plans available. Hurry into Furniture Plus today.
Get hot this summer. Oh no, we mean H-U-T, as in hot days mean hot deals with Pizza Hut. Get one large pizza plus single breadsticks for only $135, or go bigger with two large pizzas, family breadsticks, and cinnamon rolls for just $290. All your favorite pizzas with all the toppings you love all summer long. So head to the Hut and get your hot deals while this offer is super hot. Pizza Hut, now that's delivering.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
This summer, Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with a deal that's too good to miss. Get one large pizza plus cheesy breadsticks for just $135. Pepperoni, cheese, Hawaiian, and more. Pick your flavor and make it a Hut day. Dine in, carry out, or get it delivered. Get your Hut deals until August 31st only at Pizza Hut. Now that's delivering.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And good morning again. We are back. All praise is due to the Almighty Creator for this new day. We thank Him. Good morning to everybody out and about already. Everybody tuned in. You know, share the word to those who may not know about the program yet. You know, to have people in Trinidad who under a rock, right? But no, seriously, there are people who may not know. Share a good word with them. Lie and tell them it's real good. And let's see if we could encourage more people to be part of the conversation and understanding what is going on in Trinidad and pushing for the upliftment of our country. 3420081466539. So we were just scrolling through the news and I stick on the first headline with contractor files injunction against CPEP. Let me move on. Padarat Gonzalez clash over Wasalis contracts. DPP defense delay in filing case. Soca Warriors out. The name Soca Warriors is out. There's someone who would have, patented the name. And he has the official rights to the name. I think he has not been able to, or the TTFA has not been able to come to terms with that individual for the use of the name, and they are now going to change the name. So it is for public for public discussion. So if you can come up with a good name for the Trinidad and Tobago senior men's team, then feel free, because they are looking for a name at the moment, and that would be wonderful if you could give us a good name for the team. Soca Warriors had a vibes, obviously. Even if you didn't like it at first, it would grow on you. The Maximus dance song really as well helps that name along. So that era has come to an end, but we want to create a new era going forward. So, all right, there are people who are very creative in Trinidad and Tobago. See what y'all come up with now. I think I saw an ad, so I believe that it is public now that they're asking people to give their ideas. Health crisis, citizens want to take stock. This one really struck me in the news as well, that the Scarborough General Hospital is gone into emergency mode. That is to say that it is at capacity and it will only be dealing with emergencies, I believe, because of the stage that it has reached in terms of capacity. And that is challenging, and it is also a point at which we should take stock. You know, that's what people are being asked to do. Take stock in the sense we are being asked to pay attention to our health, right? To make healthy lifestyle choices, because it is impacting on the health sector. It is impacting us economically as well, of course. There's a cost to take care of you, and there's also a cost in terms of us losing your productivity if you are sick or injured or whatever. So, you know, we asked to do a little bit to help out the situation, and do a little bit to help out yourself, right? That being said, human beings are so stubborn, and on the break I put in a redoxon in some water, right? Vitamin C, 1,000 milligrams in it, and you know, is a positive thing, helpful for you to combat whatever virus and even prevent certain things as well. And I so hardened, because for how much days now, you know, my mother tell me take some bush medicine, right? And I hardened. I taken Smarties, Skittles instead for the cold, because come like them tablets is Skittles. I don't know what they're doing, you know, but there is this little flu going around. I'm saying little, but some people have been hit pretty hard by it. I just say that to show how stubborn we are as humans as well. How we would value whatever is conventional over what is better, that is local as well, so to speak. Morning, my brother, how you doing?
Hey, morning, boy, I'm Benny Jarrow speaking.
Yeah, man, welcome.
Yeah, concerning the emancipation march, how could we be emancipated if all these PNMites African decide to stay in one like Emery Brown? When I listen to Emery Brown and Marvin Gonzalez, they tell me emancipation with them, you know?
Right.
I don't know, they're matching to with you? Because I mean to say to everybody.
Yeah, they could feel free to match with me, I don't mind.
Yeah, but so long since this emancipation thing, how long this in this country now? How many years now?
Yeah.
And the PNM majority is African with like the emancipation. But when I study Amy Brown and Gonzalez, these kind of people with penny women, they have no emancipation with them, but they more slavery.
Yeah.
So, and the money or the funds that the emancipation people get in, what they really contributed to the same African people that we want to march for. And every year they have fun, we're really going on with that fun.
Well, they put on the village and they put on the march, and I think they might say that is their responsibility. I don't think that they take on more responsibility than that. In the village, it have sessions for children. There are cultural events, music, rap, so other things. And I mean, that's our contribution. But we need to do more.
You part of them too?
Nah, unfortunately, nah. I'm not part of that group.
But don't tell me on the day emancipation you're shaking Gonzalez and them hand.
I am a politician. I shaking anybody hand.
Because I can't see them fellas getting emancipated.
I shaking everybody and anybody hand, brother. If you extend your hand to me, I have no problem with that. Maybe some of my spirit might help you to wake up.
I hear that. Next thing I want to tell you, a message to the CPEP, the PNM side of the CPEP workers. Don't forget UNC power. UNC have a 10,000 too, you know. UNC. So these people just want to die. These people that is. Yeah, I'll give a name, boy, for that football team. But watch me. When I can hear this name for the first time, when money started coming, don't let me and you fall out, you know. Keep remember I tell this.
You too, you want money too, you going to pay 10 to thing or you're doing this in Trinidad?
No, well, I'm telling you for the first time. So
right.
If money start to run,
I deleting this program. This program and I taking that money, boy. What I'm telling you?
Nah, boy. No, you don't tell me about the emancipation. You name me brother them all.
Well, 10 years, you feel I learn nothing from them or what happened?
You hear the name again, you?
I listen.
Calypso Boys. Calypso Boys.
Calypso Boys?
Yeah, they're good there. Remember money go pass with that.
That ain't song bad, but that song in soft, man.
Yeah?
That song in soft, boys. They ain't go fighting when they hear that.
No. Yeah, why you can't use warriors? Warriors is a people that win.
Yeah.
Them getting licks too much licks for the last time. All
right, go come off the program.
All right, brother. Okay, all right.
Blessings.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a suggestion there already, and as I scroll down the news, I've seen the ad now. So Long Soca Warriors, TTFA announces team name survey. So, after more than 25 years, the Trinidad and Tobago national men's football team may be dropping the Soca Warriors nickname in a Facebook post Wednesday. All right, I have to open the article. But basically, they're now asking for a survey for people to give their opinions on proposed names for the once Soca Warriors team, right? The Trinidad and Tobago men's national football team. And we need to do this as soon as possible. We have games coming up soon. We have qualifiers for the World Cup, and other games as well. So Soca Warriors really grew on us. It's a decent name to have a little warrior to it. My friend just called and he suggested Calypso Boys. I find that song in real soft. If I playing against the Calypso Boys, me intimidated at all. So I ain't sure about that. I don't know if it inspires the kind of strength that we need, right? So, but he now giving me some reasons there, and I had to run him off the radio because he's saying we just get licks too often to call ourselves warriors and all kind of thing. He's trouble, right? So if you all have ideas as well, forward your ideas. You can read the daily news as well, and you will get an idea of where you can forward your suggestions to. And there are so many creative minds in Trinidad and Tobago. That is something that we are known for. And I know Trinbagonians have a way. We have that creativity in our mind. We have that ability to come up with interesting things. Our comedians, our entertainers, even just as a people, the way we joke, the way we laugh, the way we speak, we have a comeback. We have a way to play with words, even in our language, our English language, but in the way that we deliver it, we have that I don't know, innate. We have that innate ability, I guess, due to our culture and our decent standards of education as well. Good morning and blessings to all of the teachers, all of the parents who play a tremendous role in teaching as well. Alright, so we go on in the news and we see Faris now talking about 5,000 URP workers are going to be fired. Again, there is some restructuring taking place at the unemployment relief program. Right, let me repeat for you. The unemployment relief program. Let us understand what this is. Let us not interfere with the relief of unemployed people. And I'm being very, very specific about it because, I had some conversations this week with stakeholders, with people on the ground, and with administrators as well. And it cannot be that we are abusing these programs and taking money from the unemployed for the benefit of individuals who really do not need that money. It is just like a food card for those who are in need, and the constituency office or some partner and whoever have 10 card and using the card to go and get this and get that, when there are people who absolutely need it, who have lost their jobs due to the contraction of the economy, who through COVID or whatever other serious issue within the society are unemployed at this point in time, and who just need to survive and catch themselves so that they could start back working again. It cannot be that we are abusing these programs and one person collecting from everybody. You take 20 mothers who have children to feed, who transition in employment or have some difficulty at a point in time, and you abusing them. Half of the pay is yours because you put them on a gang. Or I don't even really want to go into the details of this nonsense in Trinidad. I really don't want to go into the details. But you see, what is for poor people, like people who really in need and under pressure? Oh gosh, boy. Morning, caller. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Fuad.
Yeah, man, welcome.
Right. What I am observing is that PNM has an employment agency called CPEP Workers. Understand? Because PNM suddenly signed the voice to fight for them under the disguise of the contractors. But the contractors, as you all know, most of them happen to be chosen within the party structure. Secondly, when I was going to school, my mother and my parents tell me boy, I want you to do good in school, I want you to become X, Y, Z, or Z. Academically, you may or may not achieve it. But I never heard my parents telling that I want you to be a CPEP worker. You understand? They ain't telling you about, they even telling you about agriculture, which has more benefits, more profits than being a CPEP worker. But it looks like now the chance is be a CPEP worker and employed for life. Where are we heading? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I have no problem with CPEP in the sense that it is gainful employment and it really is important in terms of their function, because they do a tremendous job for Trinidad and Tobago in terms of maintaining. And just look outside for the contractors who are being paid but not going to pay their workers and not going to do any work, because I think that is what is going to happen with some of them. Just look across Trinidad and Tobago over the next few weeks, and you will see the state that communities are going to descend into, because there's rain. We live in a tropical environment as well. In between the rain, you're going to get sunshine, and Trinidad grass going to grow like that. So, while I agree with you that it may not be something to aspire to in terms of a career, it is an important responsibility that needs to be fulfilled within your society. And this is where I lean more towards, this level of equality and this level of respect for people's work and sweat. Where in our society, we have a certain level of backwardness in our thinking, where this type of job is better than this type of job. So I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, I also want to advance that understanding as well. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
No, I didn't mean because they do a lot of good work.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Whoever works, whenever they work. You understand? It's just the mentality that some people have in them. You understand?
Right, yeah. Yeah. I understand that, but workers is workers, and people look for work wherever they could get work.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, the contractors, on the other hand, we hear that 32 of them was delisted. And as I said before in various posts, what these workers should be doing, instead of going to St. Martin or President Street to March, is to go and check the status in NIS whether these contractors, since whenever time, they're paying their dues. You understand?
Yeah, that's important for sure.
All right.
Thank you very much. And listen, it ain't have no set of contractors or workers really matching with no PNM. I went to Parliament for the visit of Mr. Modi, Prime Minister Modi, and I had to rush off to mosque after, so I didn't have the time. But there was this little protest in front of City Hall by the PNM, or the PNM took part in the protest, but it wasn't a great number of people at all, to be honest. And in that crowd as well, in that group, it would have been people as well who are not really CPEP workers, not really CPEP contractors either. And a lot of misinformation is being peddled around, but there has to be a certain acceptance that there is, and there has to be change and restructuring. You cannot monopolize opportunities on your own and feel that other people can't have an opportunity as well. We have to be fair. That is the reality of the situation. And until we change it, that is the way that it is. And when you were benefiting, you were cognizant, you were well aware. And I'm speaking on in terms of the contractors, because the people themselves, the workers themselves, many of them will avail themselves of opportunities to do the same type of work or some other work, God willing. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, man.
I'm just calling to touch base a little bit. They're talking about the CPEP. I used to work in the CPEP company, right?
Nice.
So I have a good understanding of what happened. And one caller recently just called and talk about get these workers into agriculture. I will tell you, they did a study and they tried to get plenty of the workers to work in the prestige holdings and like the fast food outlets and stuff. And agriculture, while I was there, and they did want to work. What people need to realize, 70 to 80% of the workers are women, single moms with children. So they like they like the work and the time and the hours.
Yeah,
right?
the time and the hours, yeah.
Correct. So it benefits them. So when they could go home and cook and prepare for the children to come home from school.
Yeah.
Right. So as I said too, also I will correct Mr. MP Marcelli Bethany on a TV program and was talking about in those days they had 20 teams per contractor. Right. That was wrong. They only had 3, 6, and 4. What the PNM did on their administration was not bad. They moved them down from there and make all of them to 3 teams, right? And so they would have a wider range of different people getting contracts and all over the country, right? I think there's a disparity in amount of contractors for the country. Because I would say, I think you mentioned it, I heard you talk about it too, that people in San Fernando, for example, majority of the area is in the town,
yeah,
right? And how much work they're really getting done on cutting the grass and stuff like that. It's just a little piece of grass here, there, and everywhere. They'll have some empty areas, empty lots, but they can't go in the empty lots because they're private land, right?
Yeah.
They don't get permission to do that, right? So, as I keep saying, I said this already, I think I told once before, and you mentioned now the immigrants, the Venezuelan immigrants in the country. Those are the people we need to get registered and put them and give them opportunities in the agricultural sector. You get them to work because right now plenty of them are working in the agricultural sector.
Yeah.
And as I said, build hubs throughout the country, big areas where they could do where they have people from the Venezuelan community who have all different types of skills, electricians, plumbers, all kind of things. And you let them build their own little communities in there while they're getting paid under the agriculture bill. And part of the rest of them do planting. And they could also have all these children, as I said, on the side of the road. They have people who are teachers from there who could be teaching their children instead of having them inside the road begging. It's not sustainable. Right? So that's just my little contribution.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay then.
Yeah, and I know Trinbagonians as well will, some Trinbagonians will say, boy, you can't even provide employment for the nationals of Trinidad and Tobago, and we have to extend ourselves now to this this extra group of people who are living now in Trinidad and Tobago as well. It is challenging. It is extremely challenging. So just to touch on, because Mr. Arawi and others will use these topics to the best of their ability to try to find some crack in the armor of the UNC. So do not be swayed. Don't take chain up, right? The colloquial term, I prefer that. Don't take chain up. Don't let them wind you up and roll you out with this 5,000 URP workers going to be fired. Nonsense. All right? There has to be a proper cleanup of this program as well. This program is intended to relieve unemployment, and nobody should be abusing this program to their benefit. Go ahead, caller.
Oh, for blessed uprising, man.
Yeah, man. Blessings morning.
I am celebrating life today most young. That thanking God to rise up this morning to see another day.
All right, blessings, man. Blessings to you.
Yeah. So I just rock back and just taking in the program and just watching the politics right now.
Yeah, man.
I'm ready to explore as yet now. Because you know that man has talked my mind.
Yeah, I know that.
So I just waiting to see what's going on. I look to listen, my bless.
Alright, blessings. He set like a mapper P, right? So all are careful. Don't let him don't cross that path. Cause you will hit you some dread bite. Alright? It cannot be that we are abusing an unemployment relief program for the benefit of a few. The people who need it, let them be part of these programs. And let the people get the money, the $1,000 or whatever, to assist them. Morning, caller.
I'm a happy birthday to KFC. And now MC is the birthday.
Yeah. How old is this? 65? How old is Bill KFC?
Nah, you look like 12 years old, man.
Alright, big up. Alright, blessings.
I hope you know it's coming up there to celebrate.
I ain't no invitation. He only says his birthday, but no invitation. Them fellas and them, how they so, boy?
Well, he's a storm, so we are the storm day. He's a storm, so we can storm.
Well, it's that.
We don't need no invitation. But I hear near this morning, but I just want to send a little message out to my party, UNC party. Please do not treat your activists, your supporters, your frontline soldiers like the PNM. Take care of your activists. Take care of the base. Many activists today been calling me, asking me questions. I say, hold on. But it's how long they can hold on for. I am not telling the UNC to have blind eye at the country and only see about the base and only see about the activists. No, I am not saying that. But I see activists crying. I see activists bawling. I hear activists call my phone saying that they're calling some minister's phone and they can't get on to them. I just don't understand nothing because I'm a rebel. I am not a fanatic. I am loyalty to Trinidad and Tobago, not Africa or India. I am loyalty to this country. So I am saying this. I am asking my party, please remember this. What the PNM could do, the UNC can't do it. This country hold the UNC on a higher standard than the PNM. And I'm pleading to the ministers and them. You know us. You know all of us. We was there in the last 9 years. You know us. You know all of us. You know all of us. They going to say, here goes Kingsley again. I am not a normal UNC fanatic. I walk away from a government in 2015. I walk away from a sitting government and chance. If I want to say, Kingsley, we are going. Hold on. I said, no. I can't hold on when Lafontaine beat some Sillard, Carnage, the government behind. I can never hold on. I can't wait. And I walk away from PNM government. And I want to say that again. I have nothing to lose. I know about poor. I know about drinking water for the day. And that's who holding me up. I will say that again. I know about drinking water for the day. Or going on the nearby tree and picking a fruit and eat it. And that's holding me up for the day.
Yeah, man.
There's today, I am saying this, I just don't want to explode the way I want to explode. But I'm pleading. I am pleading to the UNC ministers and them. You know us. You know us by face, by name, by voice. Don't play games. Olo will be a one-term minister, a one-term MP, a one-term government. If you play the strong activist who was in the front line for 9 years, back as I close, look at this right now. Upon it, because I stand up in cover. When I put it, bring a whole farm team, to disrupt the UNC meeting. I was called a thug. The pundit saying he going to walk all kind of thing on me. He going to like, I'm not a Hindu. And the pundit saying he going to like all kind of things on me. Just because I defend Kamala Prasad and the UNC that day in Cuba. There's many issues with me in the UNC, many issues. But when I put the UNC on notice with me, I never get hold on the PNM, but I believe in this 5 years, I might get hold.
Right. I didn't know a pundit worked something on you. I hope that is now why you're going through it right now, you know. I hope that is now why. But blessings, brother. Respect. It is very early in the tenure of this government. 2 months gone, and we have seen changes happening, a lot of changes happening, and room is being made for new people to get opportunities to work, to then further employ others. So, you know, we have to understand the process, but we also understand that it has been 10 years of extreme difficulty for so many people, and expectations are high. And it is challenging, right? It is challenging for other people who are now making room for new people to come in. And we have to try to find a way to grow our economy in a way where we can sustain more. We have to find a way, and I believe the Prime Minister is finding ways when she's cutting back on things that are absolutely unnecessary, money that is being bled by the big boys, because more has to be provided so more people on the lower levels can survive. We have to spur the economic growth that is necessary to employ. Morning, caller.
Morning, my brother. Peace and blessings to everyone, man.
Yeah, man. Peace and blessings. Welcome.
Keep the positiveness going, man.
All the time.
You know, I just watched something, eh? I don't Woodbrook, sometimes I'm going to drop my grandson down Fatima, right? And you're seeing 14 people in a gang just to cut off some little edges of grass. That's Port of Spain Corporation, eh? P Corporation. So, just some little pieces of grass between the edge of the wall, people walls, and the pavement, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I saw in England? I saw a woman on something just a little bigger than a grocery cart, right? She's sitting on it, and it's moving battery-wise, and she has some kind of chemical to kill the grass, and she could do maybe about 5 feet. If it's, she doing that on the pavement in England, you know?
Right.
And just put little pieces of grass in the corner, and instead of you have 14 people, watch me. You must watch out the downward, bro. Because the gang's supposed to be 14. This is a waste of money and wasting time. You understand? Because now these people up Salibi and thing, all of that area, going that area and thing, they just do a lot of work here, and there is work sometimes probably till lunchtime or even a little after lunch and so on. And quite saw them already, right? Quite a few times they'll be on that side. They do a good job up on that side, right?
Yeah.
Why they don't give CPF the $1 million where they're giving a certain minister, family, company to do the roundabout in Europe, $1 million a year? The CPF do that too. You understand?
Right.
If you have to have proper restructuring, right? And the money has to go the right way. I saw this guy, as I say, Maraj bring up some very good points, right? In Parliament this week here.
Yeah.
You know, it has so much positiveness coming out of these changes. I mean, it will take a while to analyze and see which is the best way to move forward, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, you have the negative vibes trying to throw things and the media with them, you understand? Highlighting the minor part of the issues, you understand?
Yeah.
So, and I want to let Kingsley know, I was never a PNM, just because I raised a little point, but I didn't raise it in a negative way. yesterday about little alcohol and so on, that I know the PNM corner. G was a PNM. I never voted PNM in my life. You understand? And I was never a PNM, right? So I just want to let him know that you keep up your good work, keep up the positiveness, right? And keep moving ahead and keep that connection with the ground. I know you play a very important part there, right?
Yeah, man.
Peace and blessings to everyone. Let's hope people could shake off this negative thing with PNM and move forward, right? See ourselves as Trinidadian, right? As Makanda used to always say, African Indian unite. You understand? Man. Take care and all the best, man.
Same to you, brother. Same to you and yours, right? Blessings to you. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Okay.
So we have definitely to embrace and meet the challenge of guiding our society towards a point where we can find employment, gainful employment for our citizens. That is the challenge of leadership as well. We have a tremendous challenge in front of us. We have a tremendous challenge to, even though we provide 5,000 unemployment relief workers, a program that takes up 5,000 people who are unemployed. We have to find ways to stimulate our economy sufficiently to provide gainful employment for this 5,000 eventually, and for 5,000 more that gonna finish school. We have to think in that manner. We have to target industries and pursue those industries with serious vigor. We have to target industries where we say, hey, here what's going on. We are going to produce this, that. And this could take up 1,000 people in terms of employment. And we're going to market this and this and this and that place. We have to get serious. We have to protect our local markets. Hey, you see this foreign good and this, we could produce this. We're going to produce it. And we're going to supply ourselves locally. And this industry is going to take up 1,000 more Trinbagonians in gainfully producing. We have to get serious. It cannot be just that we are allowing a drain and we're not moving towards a more productive, progressive path. These things are, some of them are meant to be short term. It is meant to be a transition. It is meant to be an assistance until we could help you get back up on your feet. And that is the test of true leadership. Managing your society properly. Not just saying who rich and the rich are to get richer to make job for the poor. Not encouraging the inequality that destroying the fabric of our society. Not turning a blind eye to people scraping for survival, struggling. And I still didn't take the opportunity to play Mia Motley's part of her speech at CARICOM's meeting. But just tremendous in her thinking and her articulation of how she sees the world. She said we have to face the challenge of a global order that not even playing by the rules. You know, there's supposed to be some type of moral rules within the world. Some type of, at least, a pretending of justice. She articulating that in this new world, In this time, leaders, global leaders, not even pretending to follow some type of moral compass. And that in this climate, we now as Trinidadians, we now as Caribbean people, we as small island states, we now have to face that challenge of surviving in a world where a man just decide he going and tax whatever, put some tariff, and between today and tomorrow, something that was $10 turned to $30. And that individual, that thinking, ain't even considering the impact on Barbados, St. Lucia, Dominica, Trinidad, and Tobago, and the human beings that exist in those spaces. So now we have to really truly consider our survival and finding ways to ensure our survival in the midst of this madness. In the midst of an environment globally where major players just do not care. Understand where we are. And as she said, how important security is for us. And not just security as in guns and whatever to defend ourselves, because we don't know that is pressure for us, right? we ain't worrying nobody. But security in the sense of food security. A serious agricultural drive. And we're working towards emancipation. A man say, don't forget his African emancipation. Okay, all right. Emancipation. But if you cannot produce your own food, if you cannot feed yourself, you're in for problems. You're in for serious problems. And therefore, those challenges have to be on top of our list. And we have to rethink the use of our resources now. And the use of our human resource. If we want to just have people milling about, playing, pretending, sitting down, when they have energy and strength in their bodies that we could utilize to also produce. We had to rethink this thing quickly. Because like we're thinking for 2 decades now, we're thinking. We's Confucius or some kind of we's philosophers in Trinidad. We only thinking, we ain't doing. To meet the challenges that face us now. Thank God we have a little gas and oil, you know. Otherwise, we catching with tail, you know. And we have a little gas and oil and we still catching with tail. In a kind of way. Trinidad don't know poverty. First, we lucky. Although some people really does face it. Some people really under it. By saying in general. So we need to rethink. And if we helping people who are unemployed, we have to help those people who are unemployed. If you want to make money to bling and to have a good time and flex and wherever, then get yourself going and work and achieve a little 15% profit on your contract and get $150,000 out of your $1 million contract and produce something good for Trinidad, some building or something. Don't grab up $400 from 50 single parents or unemployed women or whatever. Come on. Lame. Morning, caller.
Greetings, dear brother. Peace be upon you.
Yeah, man. Greetings. Blessings to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm listening to you, my brother, and I agree with you 100%. We have to seek seriously about feeding ourselves.
Yeah,
At
man.
the moment, you could go in the grocery, we could buy this, we buy that. 90% of what we buying coming in container. How things going in the world today? We need a group of people in government who's studying what if happen. What if the worst happen now and this all the wars escalate?
Not even what if now? What is happening? Not even what if. What is?
Agreed.
Yeah.
It done happening already.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. My brother, we had to see about feeding ourselves.
For sure.
You know how we'll get this over to the administrators? On all this nonsense about this and that and this and that. All of that going on even there now. When you can't get something to eat, that's a different story. Yeah, so let them start putting things in place now, boy. So much land, let's keep that cut, plant something now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, boy. I'll only cutting and bush going back, cutting and bush. Plant something on the side there.
Take the bush, let them collect the bush and make hay, and let we feed some animals, and let we produce and sell some animals or something. Don't just cut the bush alone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what we need to be doing now. We need to be doing that now. We are full of blind and we make our work with any work today.
Thank you very much. We coming to the end of the program. Thank you.
Yes,
yeah. So emancipation has to mean so much more to us. And yes, we are on the move towards that Emancipation Day, the day we celebrate. But we have so much to do towards emancipating ourselves. Seriously, liberating ourselves in every way possible. Right? So blessings to everybody.
And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170